This isn't anime related, but I wanted to speak about this not as an anime content creator, but as an Asian American. Rick Chow was found not guilty in the murder of Cyrus Carmack Belton after chasing him down for 130 yards and shooting him in the back over supposedly a stolen water bottle. It is disgustingly similar to the murder of Latasha Harlins in 1991 when Korean store owner Soon Ja-do fought her and shot her in the back of the head as she was leaving over supposedly a stolen bottle of orange juice. I'm glad that a lot of other Asian Americans have spoken up about this already, so I don't have too much to add. I just want to be another point from which we can speak out against anti-blackness within our community. The fact that these two events happened 35 years apart from each other makes me question if we as Asian Americans have even made any progress as allies. I've seen so many other comments from other videos regarding this issue from black people saying that they feel like they don't have any allies anywhere. And you know what? If we as Asian Americans stand complacent while their children are being chased and shot in the back, we don't deserve to call ourselves allies. That's why I believe the most important thing right now is for us not to just be in solidarity, but to actively speak out against anti-blackness when we see it. If we don't, we are upholding white supremacy and proving to people that we have a desire of proximity to whiteness at the expense of our fellow minority communities. I'm sorry, I really don't have any like profound words or anything. I'm more angry than anything else. But all in all, we as Asian Americans need to do better. We need to show that we do not stand for the murder of black children. We need to show that we do not stand for anti-blackness. And overall, we just need to do more to prove that we are actual allies to our fellow black community.
Hey y'all. So this man looked dead into the camera and told black people, please boycott Asian businesses. He actually said, please do. Okay, sugar. Let's unpack that cocky confidence, shall we? Black Americans hold $1.6 trillion in annual buying power. Trillion with a T. And a significant portion of that flows directly through beauty supplies, nail salons, restaurants, and convenience stores located in our communities owned outside of them. So before you say, please do, you might want to pull up a calculator. Now, let me be clear. This is not about hate. This is about economic literacy. Every community has the right to decide where their dollars go. That's not racism. That's strategy. The Montgomery bus boycott wasn't about hating bus drivers. It was about knowing that our money is our leverage, and that lesson is timeless. So, if a business owner's response to potentially losing black customers is a dismissive, please do, well, that's all the information that we need. Every community that ever dismissed black economic power learned the same lesson the hard way. Now, we don't beg to spend our money. We never have. And when black people move together economically, empires shift. Ask the bus company in Montgomery. Ask anyone who ever underestimated us. So go ahead and say, please do, with your whole chest, darling. Because when black women alone stop walking through your doors, you will feel it in your margins before you feel it in your pride. We are not a threat. We are a force. And we built this country for free. We will not spend in it for free. Watch us.
It's actually crazy to me that black people are being called racist for boycotting Asian businesses. Like, we all see what's currently going on in the world. So, like, that's crazy. Like, first of all, that's not racism at all. And the thing is, if they are literally creating their business in order to specifically bring in the black dollar, then that just means that they're literally trying to literally take the black dollar from out the black communities and then not necessarily give back to those communities. They just want to take all of the money from black people because they know black people spend the most money when it comes to certain things. And so then they build stores of those certain things where they know black people spend the most money, and then they build it within black communities and then just take black people's money and then don't put that back into the community that they're a part of, where their business is. And also, it's confusing to me because if Black people are no longer going to these stores, but there's no other races in those stores, then why are black people the ones that are being called racist for boycotting these companies? When if black people are that important to the company in itself, the company was literally built with the idea that this is specifically to gain money from the black community, which is kind of, interesting to say the least. But then that means that there aren't other races coming into these stores. So why is the anger only pointed towards black people? And it's because of the assimilation to whiteness that other people of color always have. Like, it's actually so insane to me. And it's like the issue always becomes black people rather than the actual system that was created not to benefit black people in any way. That also affects non-black people of color, but because non-black people of color want to assimilate so much to whiteness, they literally just take the stance of black people are bad. And so they blame the things on black people, and black people become the scapegoat for a bunch of situations when it's like realistically to the core, the issue is white supremacy. And I don't see that being a discussion that's being literally discussed and broken down and talked about at length. Like, it's just so crazy to me because it's like, it's so easy to just blame black people and call black people racist for boycotting Asian businesses. But it's like, let's look at everything that's been going on throughout these communities forever. Number one, these stores are specifically put into black communities to then get all of black people's money. And then also at the same time, other races aren't in the stores but aren't being called out for not going to those stores. It's just black people because now black people don't want to spend their money where they're not appreciated. It's actually wild.
Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Kids Global. If you're coming across my page for the very first time, please do it, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe for me. I beg you in the name of God. Black Americans boycotting Asian businesses is really, really working. Like, it's really, really working, and Asians are like, they are really, really crying. They were not happy with it, trying to pass a bill, a hate bill against their community, trying to force Black America. Because I'll say force because you cannot even tell me to buy something from where I don't want to. You don't have the right to control my money. You don't have the right to control where I buy things and where I don't buy things, since it's my money. Guys, I'm gonna add more clips and stitches to these particular videos. Then I'll be back with commentaries. Credit goes out to the rightful owners of the clips and stitches I have added to this particular video. Guys, I'm going to roll out more clips and I'll be back with commentaries.
And the only reason some of these Asian content creators are upset about this whole black, wealth transfer thing is because they expected to be able to retire off of the back of black people. Pretty much like racist white people do.
That little boy could have stolen 100 water bottles and he still wouldn't have deserved to be shot in the back. And the fact that that store owner was found not guilty, you can debate whether it was manslaughter or murder or whatever. It doesn't change the fact that that store owner has multiple shootings under his belt at other quote-unquote shoplifters. That man has clearly been itching to kill somebody, and he just got away with it. You don't chase someone 130 yards and shoot them in the back and then claim self-defense.
It is working. The divestment out of other people's cultures and communities and investing into the black community is working. This is my Publix receipt. I went to a black owned grocery store, the one that was advertised. I went, and when I tell you, oh my God, first of all, the music, we always see the potential. We always see what it can be. I don't even know how long they've been around. I just heard about them. I didn't know. I drove 35 minutes out of the way to go to this grocery store. You got to be so intentional on this timeline. Parking lot full. I say, now that's what the hell I'm talking about. I get in there, everything sold out almost. You're trying to buy everything. I got the biggest watermelon. I have to cut it, and I'm just looking at it like, good Lord. It's an extra large watermelon. I got bell peppers. I got tomatoes. I got rambutan. If you've never had that, it's almost like a grape, and it's a fruit, and it's so good, and I love it. So I was able to get some of that there. I got dragon fruit, orange juice, coconut. They have fresh coconut there. I got some teas. And I got pickled okra. Changed my life. I had no idea that I was gonna love it this much. Onion powder, garlic powder, they were sold out. When I tell you, we in there, and it's hot as right? I'm not even gonna try to discourage you. I'm telling you how I see it growing. And we all just in there sweating and melting, but it's no nothing. We patient. We ain't speeding nobody up. We ain't making no noises. It was so beautiful to see. It felt different. I don't even know how to describe to you. I would rather have spent this $225 at that black-owned grocery store. And I spent like $200 there too. And I'm happy. I can spend all of my money at a black-owned grocery store. I will do that. I will 100% do that. And when you go give grace, when you go understand that there is a work in progress. On YouTube, randomly, I saw a video of them getting like hate, like nigger carved in a watermelon. They swear they hate us, but every time we stop them and we want to go do our own thing, I want you to see how it bothers them, how they cannot stand the fact that we want to do something on our own. We want to leave y'all alone. We want to not give you nothing else. We don't need you to improve your customer service. We don't want you to speak when we come in. We don't want you to do nothing extra that you don't want to do. We will take our funds somewhere else. I walked into the grocery store. Hi, how you doing? A smile, strapping black young man, co-owner, present, still loading stuff, working there, invested in his business. It's nothing like a Publix or a Kroger's, but they see the potential just like I do. They know exactly what it's about to be once we continue to invest in our own. They know what it's about to be, and they're about to expand. We were asking questions.
Asian folks, do you know why black folks are cutting you off? Here's a brief history lesson. Asian folks were discriminated against just like black folks. Y'all were kinfolk for a bit. And then you were restricted to being able to open up different shops that were considered undesirable, like laundromats. Now, black folks could have opened those things up, but they knew that that was your limit. Then somewhere along the line, you became the favored minority. Because after the wars, we had plenty of half-Asian babies, and you looked close enough. And when you socially rose up, by the graces of those that bestowed it upon you, you just left black folks alone. But what was the catalyst here? It was the fact that it was an Asian dude that's already apparently killed 2 other people. Got off with barely a tch on the wrist. And y'all ain't doing jack. Black folks have stood with you since the beginning of time, and they're about to show you how much they've impacted your life. It's not that you couldn't be replaced. It's that they were too polite to. And y'all just kept silent. Not doing a damn thing. Even defending the dude. Really. So at this point, you get what you're going to get. Black-owned businesses are going to thrive. And you've seen so many black folks telling you, like, we could have replaced you a long time ago. Now you're about to see it. You're about to get humbled. Just like racist white people, they're about to get humbled. They're about to get humbled. Whether you believe it or not, I love all of you. And as always, stay amazing. Or be amazing. Your choice. Or it could be one of those people that's like, don't leave me. Me too.
Scrolling and I seen this lady's video, and this is what it says: who gets to decide boycotts Asian businesses? And I'm starting to see a repeated cycle with immigrants, right? I want to show y'all a video from another situation. Hold on.
But African Americans have always been hardworking. But no, African Americans have been hardworking, but I don't know. But opportunity. What about the appreciation of the hard work for the immigrants who came to this country? No.
I'm starting to see a repeated cycle from immigrants who get up here on these platforms and speak to black people, speak about black people as if we're not human. Y'all keep getting up here on these platforms asking for appreciation for shit that we didn't ask ask you for. Nobody asked y'all to come over here. If you chose to come to America and work hard, that was because of you needed to do that. We didn't ask you for that. Why do y'all keep having this mindset as if we owe y'all something when y'all owe us everything? Y'all literally are in this country because of my people, and y'all are coming over here saying, hey, appreciate us. We work hard. Nobody asked you to. Nobody asked you to. You came over here for your own benefit. We didn't say, hey, come over here and help us. Hey, we need your help. We've never asked nobody for help. We've always fought on our own. So what the fuck are y'all talking about? It is irritating me how these immigrants are getting up here and talking to black people as if we don't have a right to say we don't like this. We do like that. We're not going there. Like, y'all are mentally disturbed. Mentally. There has to be a mental condition labeled for you people who literally come to our countries, and then your brain thinks, hey, you owe us appreciation. For what? What are we appreciating you for? What are we asking you for approval and agreement to boycott? If you disrespect our people, we can choose to not fuck with you. Y'all are illogical. The behavior of the immigrants should show you how the rest of the world looks at us black people. They look at us as slaves. They look at us as people who don't get to make choices and decisions. And if they put themselves in a predicament, we are supposed to be praising them and being on our knees when they chose to come over here. There's a mental illness among the people who come to our country.
There is a lot of rising tension between the Asian and Black American community, with Black Americans saying, let's boycott some Asian businesses, and Asian Americans saying, stop attacking our people. And this is all being caused due to the acquittal of Rick Chow in the murder of Cyrus Carmack Belton. And it's upsetting seeing this divide occur, because we should all be, with each other in solidarity as minorities, right? I think we can all agree that Rick Chow should be in prison. He shot and murdered a 14-year-old boy. However, why are we combating that with racism against one another? In my opinion, the only person that wins as the result of us attacking each other, us unfairly discriminating against Black Americans unfairly discriminating against Asian Americans, are the bigots that support Rick Chow being found not guilty. One man's actions should not justify demonizing an entire community. Calling in fake orders to Asian restaurants and boycotting small Asian businesses is not the answer. Do I discriminate against everybody from Vermont because Chester Arthur is the one that signed the Chinese Exclusion Act? No, I think that's unreasonable. I like Bernie. I hope some justice is served for Cyrus Carmack Belton and his family finds peace.
Okay, so y'all spoke and I listened. I am currently pulling up to Costco Beauty Supply to remove the remaining oils that I have left on their shelves off of their shelves. I feel a bit sad about it because, this was the first beauty supply to give me and my oils a chance. But at the same time, I gotta rock with my community because that's my customer base for one, and for two, this is a movement that I want to be a part of. I'm just really bad with confrontation or conflict, and I don't know how this is about to go. I really have a hard time doing stuff like this. But I'm here, and I'm about to walk in and collect the pay for the oils that I already sold and grab the remaining oils. You'll be able to pick them up from me or order them online or pick them up from the Hair Galleria. But yeah, I'm going to remove them from Cost Cut today. Okay guys, so I am here and it was a bit of a conflict, but I have all of my oils. He tried to make it seem like he was supposed to be making a bigger amount off of each bottle and try to pay me $8 per bottle and $9 per bottle, which kind of blew my fucking mind, because why would you make more money than me off of my oils when you didn't pay for the bottles up front? That doesn't make sense to me. So I'm currently waiting on him to cash me out now, and I'm going to have the bottles on hand. You guys can place orders online, or you could DM me for your orders and I'll do delivery drop-offs or whatever. But again, y'all asked, y'all spoke, I'm listening. Who am I to turn on my people and not show what my people say I need to show up? Who am I not to listen to my community, So in listening to y'all, I really hope that I really have y'all support, and you know what? It don't even matter because the way he just tried to play me, my shit needed to come up off of these shelves. They needed to come up off of these shelves. It was just a slow brewing disaster waiting to happen. Thank y'all for shedding light on this space. Thank y'all for letting me know that the things in here were overpriced, even though he did give me a chance and I did feel bad. I just saw how he tried to play with me, and I had to like literally talk to him for about 10 minutes and get him to understand the pricing, even though he has a whole printout. So, yeah. Rock with me, y'all. It's a movement, and I'm here for it.
Instead of saying boycott Asian businesses, we're going to say replace Asian businesses. Replace Asian businesses with black businesses. Instead of even saying Asian boycott, that it should be more of we are using this opportunity to focus on ourselves. Instead of making every other community rich and being the catalyst for their economies, we need to start focusing on how we can do this. And we've lost sight of that because we have become dependent on other people to come into our communities and give us what we want, but they don't give us anything. We give them. So it's important for us, now that we've come to this conclusion, to really capitalize on it. So let's turn it around so they can't say that we're trying to hate them and we're pushing this narrative. We don't hate Asian people. I don't hate Asian people. I don't know about anybody else. Plus, Asian is a big, big word. Asian is a big, big word. You have Korean, Mandarin, Thai, Chinese, all kinds of Chinese, Vietnamese, Japanese, Filipino. Then you got the Indians that are in Asia. Shit, Russia. Goddamn it. Asia's big. That brush is too big for me to paint that much. I'm going to use this opportunity to start looking for more black-owned businesses and recycling our dollars in communities where the people live where I live. So I know those dollars are going to come back some kind of way. Instead of saying boycott Asian businesses, we're going to say replace Asian businesses with black businesses. Replace Asian businesses. Voila, you too. I'm sorry. I love your pierogies and corner store sandwiches, but you gotta go too. Sorry. And to them evil ass Dominican bodega owners in New York City, because when I visited, y'all followed us around the store and we was visiting from Atlanta, San Francisco, and y'all were assholes, complete assholes, and y'all was almost darker than me. Ugh, I hope y'all close. Definitely replace them motherfuckers. I'm not telling you what to do. This is just a suggestion. By no means am I taking away from the fact that Rick Chow murdered and his son murdered Cyrus Belton. I'm not taking that away. We have every right to be angry that people come into our community and don't respect us, that they think they're better than us because they have a business and that they're making money from us. They should be at our feet. Also, we should be mad at the system as well, but let's replace it.
This comment is problematic for me on so many different levels. I decided I want to break it down and talk about it. Let's talk about the boycott first. The boycott isn't just about Chow. This is how I see it. It's generations upon generations of bigotry and racism and mistreatment against Black people from Asian people operating businesses in Black communities. Accumulative, like years and years piled up on top of each other. And that accumulation adds to many young Black people, young men in particular, being murdered by white people or Asian people. It just seems like it's a systematic disease in this country. And it didn't come from out of nowhere. And some of the ways that I'm talking about it, I'm hoping to dissect how it came to be this way. And if you want to go back to my other videos, please take a look. And as for boycotting Asian businesses, I don't think anybody talking about this particular boycott is talking about universal boycott of Asian businesses, because, I mean, how many of y'all got Samsung phones? You drive a Honda, a Kia? I mean, it's just silly. I think it's on a smaller scale, person to person, community to community interactions. I think it's more of a grassroots movement, and immediately people who are directly connected to these communities are going to feel the pain of it. I think that's the intent. I mean, to take it a step further, I don't see anybody talking about boycotting, I don't know, Tao, the very, very famous Asian restaurants in Vegas and New York and other places, or anime for that matter. BTS, anyone? K-pop? I mean, come on. And don't let me get started on, no, don't let me get there. I was going to talk about Asian women and American and Western men, but that's a whole different topic. And as for your comment about who will replace the Asians, are you serious? Like, first of all, Asian people are not a monolith. Like, any person isn't a monolith of anything, right? But Asian people are not a group that you can just pluck out and replace with something. Just like we can't replace black people. We can't replace white people. We can't replace human beings in the manner that you're talking about. And as for you talking about how are we raising kids to aspire to be nail techs and restaurant owners and whatnot, do you see how you sound right there? I mean, do you even understand what you just said? The goal here in our humanity is to raise children who can be anything they want based on their talents, their level of commitment, and what's available for them. It's not about us raising kids to do something to fit a narrative of a certain group of people. That's just plain short-sighted and ignorant and narrow-minded. I know a highly educated black woman who has a daughter, a teenage daughter, and the mom herself, she's like, you know what? I think she's gonna have to be a nail tech because she won't study. All she cares about is being cute. And it's just going to have to be okay because she'll be able to make a living, and I have to be okay that she doesn't have to have an MBA and have 18 other degrees to make it feel like she's worth anything in this country or this life. And my dry cleaner, he's Albanian. So to bring it all back on this boycott, I respect anyone who wants to do it. And any Asian person out here running your mouth and being an asshole and fighting about it, it's your fault. It's people like you that we blame on this particular issue.
What up, gang? So apparently the word around town is, or at least the word online, is that Asian businesses are feeling the sting of the black boycott. There's been a lot of Asians that came out, Asian content creators that came out and made their videos expressing their 2 cents, saying that they don't know why black people are lumping all Asians in together in regards to one man, Rick Chow, unaliving a 14-year-old kid in South Carolina. They're expressing the sentiment that all Asians aren't a monolith. They're not all alike, and that it was just one guy, not every Asian. And there's different types of Asians. Rick Chow was Chinese, there's Vietnamese, there's Japanese, there's Korean. And I absolutely do agree, not all Asians are a monolith, nor are black people. We're not all criminals, we don't all shoplift, we're not all killers. We don't all gangbang, all of us don't have a criminal record, and all of our names aren't Shaniqua or Tyrone. Black people are not a monolith either. You see, black people are not a monolith either. And we all need to respect each other and to be open and honest with each other about these type of things. That's why we're having this boycott. That's why some black people are deciding to not engage with Asian-owned businesses. And it's not just one man, it's a history of being followed in grocery stores. It happened so much that they made fun of it in movies. The hurry up and buy. And of course, there are a lot of Asian businesses inside of the black communities, inside the low-income communities. And oftentimes, customers aren't exactly treated with the utmost respect. Now, given customers that go inside these establishments also need to be respectful. But we all need to understand that we're not a monolith. There are good and there are bad in every single group. So instead of expressing your 2 cents of disapproval and hurt and confusion that a whole group of people would target your group of people off the actions of one man, like you say, instead of doing that, try to understand where we're coming from. Try to understand that we're trying to build our community up. We're trying to keep our dollars within our community to build generational wealth so that one day we may have gas stations and liquor stores and grocery stores. So try to understand and just try to respect what we're trying to accomplish here. And if you really are not racist, then talk to your racist friends and family members. Don't be not racist, be anti-racist when no one is looking. That will go a long way to help the divide between our two communities. Because there is no hate that black people have for Asians. That doesn't exist. And I'm sure there's a lot of Asians that do not hate black people at all. I know this. So don't let the ones that do ruin it for the ones that don't.
Welcome back, guys. Like from the clips and stitches I have rolled out for you guys, you've seen where I'm going and what I'm saying. Like Black Americans are really coming out to speak about the Asians' hatred towards them. Like whenever Black Americans go to Asian stores to get their stuffs, like things they need, the way they are being talked down on, the way they have been mocked on, they've been laughed on, the way they insult them with their money is something that is so alarming, and they decide to stop it. They were like, no, we're not giving them our money anymore. Instead, let's let's use our money in our community. Let's use our money in our community. So a lot of Asians are really not happy about this boycott. Some are saying it's because of Cyrus case, and some are saying that is anti-Asian hate that the Black Americans are trying to show, and are trying to use it as a form of racist to them. And some are supporting, some are saying they should boycott their business, that Black Americans cannot survive without them, which is literally a big lie. Because this boycotting has been ongoing for the past 2 months. For the past 2 months, Black Americans have been boycotting Asians' businesses, and they are doing fine in their community. Like a lot of Black Americans will not even want to step their foot in Asians' businesses anymore, because they are tired of the disrespect, of the constant abuse, and the way they talk down and look down on them. Like, I can't come to your store with my money, my hard-earned money, to buy things from you, to patronize you, and you still have the right to insult me or talk to me anyhow. Is one thing that nobody would take. That's nothing but the truth. I don't think there's anybody that can take that from any person that he or she is buying things from. So Asians are saying Black Americans cannot do without them. Black Americans cannot survive without them. And they are really surprised right now. Like, they are surprised, they are devastated. They are even shocked that Black Americans can go this far. They don't even believe it that Black Americans can go this far with the boycott. Yes. You can see some Black Americans that are not, I don't even call them, I don't classify them as Black Americans. From the clips I roll out, you've seen where a Black lady was trying to say that she cannot stop buying things from Asians' businesses because Black Americans are not ready for this. Like, are you speaking out for yourself, or you're speaking out for all Black Americans? Like, under our comment section, it was under the lady comment section on TikTok, Black Americans are there telling her she's not Black Americans. Because if you're Black Americans, you know what we're saying. You know what we're passing through with these people. With the way they treated us, if we go to their shops to buy things, with the way they treated us, the way they yell at us, the way they insult us with their language, you still have the right to say this in public. You still have the right to say you cannot stop boycotting Asians' businesses. Then you can go ahead and buy from them, since Cyrus is not your son. Probably a lady commented on that video where she was like, if Cyrus is your son, you are not going to, you know what we are saying, because he's not your son. That's why that is why you are not, you don't have compassion. You don't even, that's why you have the right to say you will not boycott Asian businesses. But if it happens to you, you boycott Asian businesses. My joy in this whole issue is that a lot of Black Americans have boycott Asian businesses, and they are doing it with their full chest. Like they are not even scared of doing it. They are doing it, they are patronizing their own. And from the clips I've added, you've seen a guy saying it's not even all about boycotting, it's transferring of wealth from Asian community back to black community. Because a lot of, if that's Asians will not want to, can Asian, someone was saying, can Asian buy things from a black person? No. They will never patronize the black people. Instead, they'll patronize themselves, then still expect the blacks to patronize them, and even trying to force them by passing a bill, by passing a hate bill, which is not going to work. You cannot patronize me, you expect me to patronize you. I will come to your store with my money, you will talk down on me, you insult me. Me and my money, I'm not going to buy. And this is something that everybody should work with. Everybody, like everybody. As long as you're a black American, you are there, you are supposed to go with this. You know, a lot of the lady was trying to say that black Americans need to credit them, African American, for supporting them in this situation. Can you imagine? Black Americans are telling you are the ones that are facing their problem. They don't need to give you any credit. For you to even be in outside country today, you are supposed to give black Americans credit because they are the reason why you are there, where you are today. So you saying black Americans should give you credit, should give black Americans, should give black Africans Americans credit for boycotting Asian businesses too. That one is a big lie. You're not getting no credit from nobody. Guys, do it to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe for me. Don't forget. And don't forget to turn on your notification bells that whenever I drop another video, YouTube will be able to notify you. Guys, see you in my next video. Bye for now. Bye.